Hello and welcome back to the channel TNV Academy. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you never miss an update on ISO standards and quality topics. In today's video, we are diving into the sampling guidelines in ISO 20052, the international standard for market, opinion and social research. So if you are working in research or planning to start, this video is for you. Let's get started. What is ISO 20052? ISO 20052 sets the requirements for organizations that conduct market, opinion, and social research. It covers everything from project management and data collection to processing and reporting. One of the most critical parts of this standard is sampling, because if the sample is wrong, your entire research may be misleading. Why sampling matters? Sampling is the foundation of any research. It's about selecting a portion of the population that accurately represents the whole. Good sampling is equals to reliable results and bad sampling is equal to biased or invalid conclusions. ISO 20052 provides guidelines to ensure that sampling is transparent, accurate and ethical. Key sampling requirements in ISO 20052. Let's break down the key sampling requirements step by step. Sampling methodology. The organization must clearly define and document the sampling method. This includes whether it's random, stratified, quota-based, or something else. Sample frame. The source list from which the sample is drawn must be described. ISO requires organizations to assess the quality, completeness, and relevance of the sampling frame. Eligibility criteria. There must be clear rules for who can or cannot be included in the sample. This helps avoid sampling bias and ensures that the target population is represented correctly. Sample size and justification. The sample size must be appropriate for the research objectives. ISO requires that the rationale for choosing the sample size be documented and explained. Weighting and adjustments. If any weighting is used to correct sample imbalances, it must be clearly explained and justified in the report. Non-response handling. Organizations must track non-responses and understand how they might impact the results. ISO encourages transparency in reporting these effects. Reporting requirements. Transparency is a major theme in ISO 20052. So when reporting research results, the organization must disclose the sampling method used, the sample size and response rate, the sampling frame and eligibility criteria, any weighting or adjustments made, limitations related to the sample. ISO 20052 promotes scientific, ethical and transparent sampling practices in research. It ensures that every decision about sampling, from method selection to reporting, is done with integrity and accountability. If you are conducting research, following these guidelines not only improves the quality of your result, but also boosts your credibility in the industry. I hope this video gave you a clear understanding of the sampling guidelines in ISO 20052. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.